Hello again, everyone. It's Ambassador Terry with another year seven. What are you doing? Interview. And my guest this week is Marla Bace. Welcome, Marla.
Thank you, Ambassador Terry. I'm very happy to be here.
Well, I'm happy you're here. And ladies and gentlemen, so are you. You're going to be very happy that she's here. So here comes the famous question. Marla Bace, what are you doing?
Well, I have the pleasure to be working with founders and business owners between $3 million and $20 million who are at an inflection point in their business. So that means they're already successful and they just need to figure out how to either be fulfilled or how to put the right processes in and tools and diagnostic instruments such that they can delegate and continue to innovate themselves. And I have another part of my business that I have really ramped up in 26, and I'm really excited about it. And that is working with young professionals. So I have gone out and made a decision to have about 10 slots each quarter to work with those people that are managers or senior managers trying to get to director or VP level who I actually have one person who has a mindset coach and came to me and said, I really need to understand how brass tacks work so I can implement this stuff. And you sat in my seat. And I love that. I really can say most of my clients that find me know that at some point in my career, I have sat where they sat, and I wind up getting to be their confidant, their brain trust, and we're making things happen.
Delightful, delightful. Please expand on that. There's a lot of boards out there that are looking for advisory people
Yeah.
and people that are up and comers and good leadership skills. They're an opening to for some of those fills in industries. Maybe expand on that a little bit for me.
Sure, absolutely. So I have had the pleasure in my career of both being in businesses that are either going for Series B funding and or divesting, senior executives who want to look at what it would be like to exit in 3 to 5 years. So there are people out there that do that. They're certified exit planners. That is not who I am. What I am is the person who can come in beforehand and sit down with them, and maybe they're not really actually looking to exit, but they're looking to say, okay, how do I work more on my business and less in my business? How do I be more strategic? How do I innovate? And so I've done things like helping them look at the people. Are there the right people in the right seats in the bus? Or do they have really good people that there's really just not a fit in the organization? And how do you do right by them? What are the real quarterly goals that need to happen so that you achieve your 1 year goal and your 3 year goal? How do you have meetings on a weekly basis with your teams to make sure you are identifying the real issue and that you're addressing those top issues? You're not just talking about the symptoms. How many times have these leaders talked or managers talked about, oh, I have another team meeting or I have another meeting, and all we're going to do is spend an hour and nothing happens at the end of it? So these are real life experiences that will help them manage their businesses better, grow. I don't even like scale because I feel like that's overused. How do you do, back in the day, we'd call it business process redesign. How do you do more with less? How do you become more efficient? We are in a period of time where sometimes the economics does not always match where we want to be. So how do you address the middle of the page costs? I started my career as a CPA. Finance is always the cornerstone of all decisions, but I also believe people are your assets. And the other thing that I believe I bring to the table is I've spent decades working in things that we now call woo terminology, following your intuition, making sure you don't have cognitive dissonance, but bringing those to the forefront and dealing with them in everyday situations. And then with the individuals who are struggling, oftentimes they'll come to me with communication issues. They'll come with imposter syndrome. They'll think they have to change the companies they're working with. And so many times it boils down to communication and confidence and presentation and pattern recognition and interruption. And so and the other thing that I will say that is probably different for me than a lot of coaches, I'm not looking to be with you for 6 months or a year. we work in 90-day increments, a 90-day plan. And if we get through something and you want to keep working with me on something else, great. But I'm not looking to lock people in. I'm really looking to help them have an impact, make the change they're looking to make.
Outstanding. Outstanding. Do I say this is good? Leave some comments down below there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be looking for them. And thank you for continuing your support of my What Are You Doing ongoing podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Marla. This was great. It was everything I wanted it to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, bye for now.